Now, yes, things are about to get good, and it's turning out much better than expected. This INSS scandal, with what is about to happen, and with the threat from the corrupt individuals who participated in the scheme in the unions, what has happened so far has just been track firecrackers, you know? Those toy ones, because what they're threatening to do will bring down the republic. We've already had 4 phases of the INSS. Yeah, unauthorized deductions from retirees' payments, payroll loans, INSS veil-mais, and even the salary bonus and unemployment insurance. Everything was being stolen. I think no group in Brazil, like retirees, pensioners, and the elderly, has ever been robbed more in the history of Brazil. It's the group that has been robbed the most. And then we realized that this billion-dollar theft started back in Dilma's government, but it quintupled under Lula's government. Here's the thing, the government is realizing it won't be able to stop the CPMI. We've already gathered the necessary signatures, it's already been filed. Now, since it's a CPMI, it will take place as soon as the next session of Congress happens. The Lula government, realizing there's no way to stop it, found themselves forced to join forces. Now, they want to control the CPMI just like they did with the January 8th CPMI. Since they can't stop the movement, their plan now is to control it, and they're going to use Colombre to do that. All right, that's part of the game. But the cronies of these people in the union didn't like it and are making threats. They're saying they're going to release the names of everyone, including the parliamentarians who took part in the scheme. That's the kind of bombshell I want to watch while eating popcorn.
There are several important topics, but to start, according to exclusive information from Jovem, obtained by reporter Bruno Pinheiro from Brasilia, sources connected to unions involved in the illegal INSS deductions.
Like Lula's brother, you know?
They might as well make some kind of plea bargain about this scheme. According to an assistant from one of these entities currently under investigation, the growth of these frauds in recent years was only possible with the help of certain members of Congress.
This part is crucial. Members of Congress, let's remember, which members of Congress were the ones who overturned Bolsonaro's provisional measure, the one that created a layer of protection precisely against these scams? Which members of Congress fought the hardest to overturn the provisional measure?
And they enabled important contacts within the government as well as in banking institutions. With their image damaged in recent weeks, those under investigation say they don't intend to stay silent for much longer.
Speak up, tell everything, please.
Especially if a CPI or CPMI is set up.
And it will be.
Causing discomfort for some of them. When asked who the politicians involved are, aides from these unions mentioned that both members of the government's base and the opposition are part of this scheme, which has already diverted more than 6,300 million reais.
It was much more than that. It reached around 90 billion. But do you know what the difference is between the right and the left? As far as I'm concerned, everyone can be reported. It could be Lula's people, it could be, like they say, the opposition. For sure, it'll be that kind of opposition, you know? Union, PP, Republicans, they can report everyone. What I really want is to see criminals who stole money from retirees behind bars.
Retirees and pensioners. Anyway, there are several aspects we need to highlight and analyze with our commentators. Henrique Krugner, whom you follow on other programs here at Jovem, is joining Os Pingos for the first time.
I want to see the place go up in flames, honestly, I think. I want to see it. Yeah, I want to see everyone pay for this. Where is it? I remember I had set aside an article about these people, but now I can't remember. I think, where is it? Was it from Globo? I don't remember if it was from Globo, CNN, it was CNN, I don't remember. It's not showing up for me here. I think everyone, ever since the Temer administration, the civil servants have been reporting these frauds. I think everyone has to pay for this. That's it. Unions, don't stay silent. Don't accept this injustice. You didn't steal alone. If there were any lawmakers involved in this, I do think they need to be reported. All the names, hand over the list, but do it quickly. Be quick, because you know, these people also work very fast. I really want to see the circus catch fire. What they did is surreal. It's a level of perversity that's just unbelievable. Now, the Supreme Court works very quickly, right? Giving 48 hours for the PL leader to explain himself over a single statement. Back when Bolsonaro was in office, everything was blamed on Bolsonaro. When are they going to take action? I really think they should sit down with these union people, unions, and make a plea bargain, especially because they'll be required to appear before the CPMI, and there they'll have to say what really happened. There we're going to want the names one by one because the CPMI will be established. This is the end of this government, folks. Yes, all the parliamentarians who, during Bolsonaro's government, work to block the provisional measure, in other words, to keep things going, are on the left. And some others are in those centrist parties that, when the news breaks, the press claims are opposition. I want to see which member of the opposition actually did this. A hug.